for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Set to return, here's Raheem Mostert. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now Gurley. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here at 2nd and 12. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Goff now looks to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Last year, Gurley, 74% of LA's carries. That's the highest percentage in the league.
But no real payoff because they finished 31st in the league in rushing. I think as a team, they ran for 78 yards per game. They had a 1,000-yard receiver and Kenny Britt out wide, but they really didn't scare people downfield. And because of that, they stacked the line of scrimmage and stuffed the run game.
To throw on 2nd down is Goff. He's going to get this one to the rookie, Cooper Kupp. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Just beating the play clock is Goff. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he coughed it up, and the Jags grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Kaepernick. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. A big third down play there for the Jags. 54 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often to knock a defense off balance. That'll drive a team towards a victory.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Long night.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lambo will put this one through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive for them here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. 10 yards still left on second down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On second down, here's Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Cooks will come in motion right. And that'll set them back 5. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, here's Goff. This is caught, it's Cooks. They convert on third with a gain of 22. The Rams dead last in the NFL last year on third down conversions, just 32%, but they come through there.
They've got a much better chance of that number rising this year for a variety of factors. Of course, they're going to get their quarterback, Jared Goff, going. But the big part is, last season, they were really a one-trick pony on offense. Now they'll be much more varied under new head coach Sean McVay.
A gain of 32 that time. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll take this one down near the 15. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. So that'll back him up 5. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Goff. That's complete right around the 8. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. And here we go on 1st and goal. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never...
And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Jared Goff, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are in for 6. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Reminder that coming up later tonight in the national window, we'll see the Giants travel out to Denver to take on the Broncos. And then tomorrow night, it's the Colts and Titans, an AFC South battle from Nashville.
Both of them have designs on winning that division.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 51 yards. Kaepernick now on first down. A swing pass caught and out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
They'll give Fournette another crack, and he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Fournette, a first down carry. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense working with a second and goal now from the 3. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Partners, decision time now. I know it's still just a go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they take it all the way to the 1-yard line, but in the end, they opt for 3.
I know if this was a video game, they never would have gone for the field goal because, Brandon, who kicks field goals in video games? But you've got to make sure you get points, and that was as easy a 3 as you can get.
You kick field goals in video games. That's who kicks field goals in video games. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team. right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. A final shot before break here. Goff. Flushed out right. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's knocked away and incomplete. We have hit halftime. And no update from Larry this week, apparently. We'll try again in week 7. But for now, let's get back to the action, ready to kick off the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Play clock winding down. Kaepernick now on 1st down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Michael Brockers in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Aqib Talib. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right on the 30-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. So now it's 1st and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out here in the eye. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run. It's Tolbert. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Mike Tolbert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams have tied the game with the extra point to come. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there off the option. 43 yards. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Michael Brockers in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. In motion, Safarian Jenkins. Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. It's caught by Moncrief. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw, Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On first down, it's Gurley. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Here's Goff. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the drive will wind